It's very prevalent today. This idea of women only want you for the protection, the security, the money, all those things. Yes, there's absolute truth to some of it.
But they should also.
Correct.
How should they? They should want the guy only for his money. And this guy said correct. Keep in mind that we're talking about gold diggers and control freaks, so this should be good. But hey, what's up everyone? I hope you're gonna enjoy the video, so let's get into it.
But there's also another aspect of it is you don't need to use that to then control their entire life or bend them to your will and try to dominate them in every aspect of life, because you are a team and a partnership.
I think about that too. And so in business terms, it's like, you know, you being the CEO and me being the VP of operations, technically you drive more value to the business than I do. But it doesn't mean that our roles contribute any less to the business. We contribute equally to the business. The results are just different because our roles are different. If you were to remove me out of the equation,
we'd be screwed.
Yeah, I like to think that makes me feel good about myself. I know everybody's replaceable, but like there would be a hole, like a void there that has to be filled. And it's the same thing at home. In your marriage, it's like you're a team. And if one of you is removed out of the equation, the work that person's doing is going to leave a void.
So the gold digger is more in touch with reality than the correct guy. Not everything from a business applies when you're talking about family. If once the head of the company is holding the business together, everyone else is replaceable. If one of the members of that company choose to leave, go to some other company, the business will remain. It might suffer some losses, but it will still be there. When it comes to families, if one member of that family choose to leave, that entire family unit falls apart. And we're talking about gold diggers and control freaks. I'm not even sure why, but since you're TikTok's experts, I love me some TikTok experts. The majority of those who go for gold diggers are control freaks. None of them two fall magically madly in love with each other and they started a family. No, one is a control freak, he knows he has the resources and he knows the gold digger is only there for his resources. And he's gonna use said resources to get control over the other one. They both know exactly what they want and they get exactly what they want.
I keep seeing these podcast clips where guys keep saying that women lose their prime age after 27, that they're no longer viable and, you know, fertility is not good, she gets uglier, and all these things about why women over 27 are completely undesirable. I'm so mad at myself for not knowing that women just deteriorate with age and that men actually get younger and better. I had no idea.
I know you're trying to be sarcastic, but not your best try. And no, she didn't try just this. She kept trying for 5 minutes and 30 seconds. But just out of curiosity, princess, what exactly do you think your prime years might be? And no one said men get younger either, but they do get better. They have more experience, they're more financially stable, and as proof, there's so many younger women who go for older men. You, on the other hand, you kept trying to convince us about your value. In a sarcastic way, but you did try. And that's where you're wrong. You have no value, and not for no other reason except you started an OF account. The moment you click that create account, you lost all your value. Your value now is $4.99 a month.
Oh my God, my business coach told me this story about this guy that she went on a date with, and I just wanted to share it with you because it's so juicy. So get in the car, let's go. We're going to have a money before men conversation. So here she is sitting at this dinner table with this guy. He like flew her out to this location because she was in another country. He was going to meet her in this other country. She met him in this summer in Portugal. And so here they are having this romantic conversation. And of course, naturally, what are you looking for comes up. And he says, I'm looking for a woman who wants to get married and who wants to have kids and stay at home and take care of the kids and clean the house and all of the things. And because she knows about Money Before Men 2.0, which is coming, and there is a wait list for this, which is literally all things like dating, conversations, relationship, power differentials, negotiating, financial safety, financial intimacy, right? Like all of it's going to be in there. And she's coaching me, so she knows that this exists. And she goes, oh, okay, so how much am I going to make? And he was like, what? And she goes, well, how much am I going to make? Like you'd be looking for someone to stay at home, have your children, do the domestic labor. And she's like, meanwhile, you're out building your career and earning more money over the next 20 years while my income earning potential is being suppressed. So she's like, in 15 years, 18 years, when the kids graduate high school, I have to start over. So like, how much do I make? And you know what he said to her? I hadn't really thought about that.
And that somehow is surprising to you. Money before, I mean 2.0. Was she expecting a salary? Was she expecting a monthly paycheck from her future husband? And you somehow think that's smart or normal. It's not even that she loves her career and she wants to keep building that career. No, she just wants to get paid. She was willing to stay at home as long as she got that monthly salary. What's even funnier is that all of you 2.0s will lose your mind if he would have said, I want to stay home and you need to pay me. I'm gonna keep this short because I can't lose any more brain cells because of you. And I'm gonna take a wild guess and say the two of you are still single. And you've been single for a while now.
You know those child-free videos, and then you go to like the comments and you see all the parents who are like, huh, future cat lady, you're gonna die alone, you're worthless, pathetic, have no life, you're missing out, you'll have no one to take care of you when you're dead. You get the point. Could you imagine if their kids saw those comments? And could you imagine if their kid ends up being child-free? I would love to watch their meltdown. I really, really would. But for real, if you're one of those parents who leaves the comments on child-free videos like that, really, truly, I want to see you say that to your kid's face when they tell you they want to be child-free.
Except I don't need to worry about that because my daughter was raised right. She's gonna be 20 in January and she wasn't brainwashed for even a second in her entire life. I'm sure your parents are proud of you for being childless, not child-free, but they're never gonna be as proud as I am of my daughter. She went to school not to be brainwashed but to learn Romanian, English, math, history, geography, physics, chemistry, and the most important one these days, biology. You remember biology, right? As a childless woman, because it's still not child-free. You didn't win some big battle to get that title. You didn't march on the streets to get that title. It's childless. Just like I am poor, not money-free. I didn't pick up a great sword and battle an ATM to reject my credit card. And it's not my fault you're ashamed to use childless and you're trying to use some fancy name. Okay, let's see now. Iceland's first full-day women's strike in 48 years aims to close pay gap. Oh, right, look at you go. I get the strike part, but what pay gap and how are you gonna do that? You're gonna ride unicorns and chase rainbows? The Prime Minister will take part in this lady's big head. I get that she wants to support all the others, but she's gonna try to convince everyone else that she's getting paid less than what the other Prime Minister was making. I mean, she must be, right? Because she's taking part in the strike. I wonder if anyone asked her that question.
Think boys can't run? Watch this.
Gotcha. Ladies, what color were his shoes? Yes, girls, what color was that man's shoes? Don't go back.